Artist Mundi 10. Audio description. I'm Gwenny Llwyd, an engagement producer for Artist Mundi 10. This is an audio description of the two artworks featured in Taloi Havini's exhibition, which is presented at Oriel Mostyn from October 2023 until February 2024. Taloi Havini was born in Arawa, Bougainville, in 1981 and is currently based in Australia. She descends from the Nakas clan of the Haku people of northeastern Bukka in the autonomous region of Bougainville, an island group in the eastern part of Papua New Guinea. The two works in the exhibition are called Habitat and Where the Rivers Flow. They are located in two adjoining gallery spaces. By pushing back a thick black curtain, we enter the first gallery space. Here sits Habitat, a video installation on 3 screens with surround sound. The space is dark with a low ceiling. The only light sources are the glow from 3 freestanding projection screens and the projectors that beam onto them. The projection screens are large, slightly taller than the height of an average person standing with their arms stretched upwards. All 3 screens are the same size. They've been placed side by side in the centre of the space, splitting the room in half diagonally. This gives them a strong sculptural presence. A surround sound system has been set up so that atmospheric sounds dance around your body as you face the screens. Some of the sounds include droning strings, whooshing wind, voices speaking indigenous languages, hammers chipping away at rock, water droplets, the screeching of machinery. Habitat was made in 2017 and lasts just under 11 minutes. The piece begins in Konawiru, Bougainville, and moves through the Jaba River Delta before ascending to Moroni Valley, where the abandoned Pangua copper mine is situated. The video is divided across the 3 screens. Sometimes all 3 screens show the same or similar imagery. Sometimes each screen plays something entirely different. Sometimes only a single screen plays, or 2 screens play. Sometimes all 3 screens are in darkness. The films combine video clips by the artist Taloi Havini with archival footage. The clips play with a sense of scale, ranging from being very close up, almost abstract shots, to far away aerial landscape shots. They contain lots of details and textures. Many of the clips show the treatment of the landscape and its residents over time. Imagery of luscious greenery on mountainsides is contrasted with cut-out pits of grey rock. Grainy archival footage of colonial mining projects in the region are contrasted with clips of the indigenous residents, sometimes wearing vivid ceremonial clothing. The camera moves across the hills and oceans. Slow-moving aerial shots show the bright blue contamination of copper leaching and toxic waste on the land and water. There are shots of the landscape from angles that treat it like skin, provoking us to consider the land as a living, breathing body, scarred by colonial violence. In the smaller adjoining gallery space is Where the Rivers Flow, a series of 40 archival inkjet prints on cotton rag and dye bond, a type of aluminium composite panel which makes them stand out from the wall. These prints were made in 2023 and each one measures a similar size to an iPad. The space is painted a light grey, with the prints forming a single uniform line at eye level along the main walls. The prints, each spaced about a pinky finger length apart, are softly lit by spotlights which cause varying shades of grey on the wall. The prints are of images from Havini's digital archive that depict the degraded state of Pangua, Java, Pangara and Konawiru's environments, with a focus on their rivers and the surrounding land. The imagery in Where the Rivers Flow is similar to the imagery in the film Habitat. The prints depict different parts of these landscapes and rivers contaminated by colonial mining projects. Most of the prints show water bodies such as rivers and pools, or imagery connected to water, such as a riverbank, dry and cracking like wrinkled skin. Glowing green forests and luminous blue pools stand out against bits of industrial, human-built infrastructure, such as resting pipes and concrete trenches. A blue liquid oozes across soils, sands and greenery. A saturated toxic bleed directly resulting from the mines and quarries. The prints show how these human activities have contaminated the landscape, but also how nature has begun to reclaim these sites. Long green grass engulfs an industrial metallic bridge. Bushy trees sprout back on previously cleared areas. Through these two works, Taloi Havini draws attention to the degraded state of Bougainville's environment and the negative effects this has had on the lives of people who both live within it and depend upon it. Havini is committed to documenting and bearing witness to the ongoing environmental impacts in the area, and her work challenges us to consider the real ecological and human cost of extracting the Earth's natural resources.